Hi guys, my name is Caress Love and welcome to my channel. This is my first time actually trying to create a vlog, and it's pretty much just as I'm using it as a keepsake for me and to let you guys in on a little bit of my life, which hopefully this is my last pregnancy because I don't think my body can deal with any more babies. So a little about me. I'm 30 years old. I'm in Florida, and currently I have 3 children, 8, 6, and an 8-month-old. So I have my hands full pretty much. Yeah, so I just had a baby in November, and like I said, they're all girls. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, this pregnancy, I will get a boy. So that's what I'm hoping for right now. I've never done this before, so bear with me guys. It's my first time. I really don't know, the order and how things are supposed to be done and what to talk about. So, but we'll get through it. Okay, so let's talk about how I found out that I was pregnant. This is a crazy story. I'm sure there are, more far-fetched others, but for me, this was totally left field. So, like I said, I had my baby in November, so she's still pretty much, a toddler, not even crawling yet, really lazy baby, likes to be held, and she's just so lovable, but she's adorable. So, having another baby right now was completely out of the question. I went to the hospital maybe 4 weeks ago for severe pain and cramping and light bleeding. I was bleeding. I continued to bleed after my period. So I get to the hospital and I'm thinking, okay, maybe I have another cyst that's acting up because I've had one before and it feels like, in the area of your ovaries and cramping. But this was far beyond any of the pain that I've had before with cysts. It was like severe pain that I had to go to the hospital, and I have a very high tolerance for pain. So for me to go to the hospital, something was definitely wrong. It's the hospital. I'm there pretty much, I don't know, like 2 hours, and I'm like, yo, can I get something for pain? And they're like, okay, you ask a little questions. Are you pregnant? Whatever. So I'm like, no, I'm not pregnant. Whatever. What do you think it is? So I said, maybe I've had cyst before. Maybe the cyst. So they sent me off to get an ultrasound. So I'm just sitting there all relaxed with my hands behind my head, laying on the table. And, the technician, she puts the probe on my belly. And she goes, sweetheart, you only miscarried 1 baby, but the other babies are fine. What? I immediately sat straight up. What do you mean? Yeah, you only miscarried 1 baby. The other babies are fine. I don't believe you. Let me see your monitor. She turned the screen to me, and I can see 2 babies. And immediately my heart dropped. My heart dropped. I felt all, sorts of emotions, anxiety, being excited, overwhelmed, crying. I was just all over the place, just a ball of emotion. So, when she first said the other babies are fine, before I seen the monitor, I didn't expect to see, fully formed babies. I'm thinking it's going to look like a little lima bean or, a little nugget. You know how you see your 6-week ultrasound or 8 weeks. No, but these are fully formed babies. I can see head, I can see eye sockets, arms, all of their limbs, and perfectly clear, and the hearts were beating, and in fact they were fighting when she put the probe over my belly. So here I am, a ball of emotions, laying on the chair, well, the bed, with my arms behind my head, completely just balled out crying. And it's just me at the hospital because my husband stayed home with the newborn. So, I'm thinking like, okay, they're going to give me, tell me whatever and send me back home. Didn't expect to come home with 2 babies. Let alone to hear the fact that I was pregnant with 3. Very overwhelming, okay? Especially when you have 3 at home already and having another baby wasn't in the question at the time. So They pretty much sent me home with, oh, so as far, wait, hold on. As far as the bleeding, she said, well, miss, maybe you thought you were getting a period, but you weren't getting a period. I said, no, these were periods. I mean, it was pretty heavy. It was pretty heavy, like enough to feel a pad. And it just so happened the week before I went to the hospital, it was moving day for me. I was moving here, and as I was moving, the movers were following me, and literally blood just started trickling down my legs. It was the most embarrassing moment of my life. And then, you know, the movers were like, oh my God, oh my goodness, like, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? I said, I'm just having one of those moments. I guess it's a female moment, whatever. So they kind of helped me expedite, get my clothes off the truck and whatever, so I could take a shower and clean up. So it was really embarrassing. So when she said, oh, you're not getting a period, I'm like, no, I'm getting periods. They're heavy. It was enough for me to feel 2 pads in an hour. Okay, and I continued to bleed every day thereafter. Never stopped bleeding. So, pretty much told me, hey, take it easy. What you have is called a subchorionic hematoma or a subchorionic hemorrhage, which is the same thing. And it's pretty much like a mass of blood behind the placenta. So, and that was behind twin B. And it was a pretty large mass, which is why I continued to bleed. So I was instructed to, take it easy, so the bleeding, usually subsides on its own. But if it doesn't, then you'll need to come back here. So that's what I did. I, continued to go back to work. I thought I was taking it easy, and no. I continued to bleed every day. I bled every day. Every day I would have to wear a pad, not a panty liner, a pad. That's how much I was bleeding. So a week after I left the hospital, after finding out that, I was expecting twins, I returned to the hospital and they said, you know what? The mass has gotten even bigger, the hematoma. So pretty much in a nutshell, your doctor's going to put you on bed rest. And I'm thinking like, oh my God, no, I can't be on bed rest. So I had to follow up with her the next day. I did, and she confirmed it, sweetheart, the mass is getting bigger. You need to be on complete bed rest for at least 2 weeks. And that's what I did. So, what she told me about the hematoma or the hemorrhage is that if it continues to get larger, it would get so large that it will cause baby B to detach from my uterus, which we all know what that means, and I didn't want that to happen. So for the most part, I listened to my doctor, and I was on complete bed rest for 2 weeks, which is where I still, I'm still here now. So that's the story of how I found out about this pregnancy. Really crazy. Everything was, a ball of emotions. It happened so fast. And like I said, when I saw those babies, I thought they were going to be 6 weeks, 8 weeks. No. When she told me I was 12 weeks pregnant, I'm like, so wait, you mean to tell me I've been pregnant for 3 months and I knew nothing about it? Does this really happen? Yeah, so it happened to me, and I was just completely ecstatic, nervous, everything, wrapped in a shell. 12 weeks pregnant and didn't know. I went through my entire first trimester not knowing that I was pregnant with twins. As I've told you, it was moving day for me. I was lifting heavy things. I was drinking wine to celebrate my new place. So when I found out I was pregnant, it was like, holy crap. I've been helping move dressers. I've been lifting mattresses. I've been drinking wine. So, all of those thoughts began to come, into mind. So, but now I know that I'm pregnant, and I have a cluster of appointments since, I found out so late about this pregnancy and the complications that I'm having. So we're going to try to, listen to my doctor and be healthy babies, healthy mommy. So I also, my first doctor's visit, other than the follow-up from the hospital, because I was so far along, I was 12 weeks when I found out. I was 13 weeks when I went to my first doctor's visit. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the Progenity test. I took the Progenity, and it can pretty much tell you if your child is at risk for any of the trisomies, like Down syndrome and things like that. But it can also, one of the great benefits, it can also tell you the sex of the babies. So, with twins, it's a little tricky. They can't tell you the sex of both twins unless, of course, they're both girls, because we're XX. And they don't find any Y chromosomes, and they know, okay, you're most likely having 2 girls. So for me, as of now, I don't know what I'm having, but like I said before, I'm fingers crossed for 2 boys. I have 3 girls, okay? And they completely drive me insane. Well, not the baby. She's a sweetheart. But the older 2, they're really close in age, and they fight all the time over Barbie dolls. She took my braid out. Mommy, she's on my rug. She's laying in my bed. Why is her toothbrush pink? Why can't I have purple? They completely drive me insane. Okay, so I'm hoping for 2 boys. It'll be a very different experience for me, and I don't plan on having any more babies after this. So with this being, the last walk around the park, I really hope that I get what I want. Excuse me. So my next appointment, is with maternal fetal medicine, and that appointment is next Thursday, I believe, on the 13th, July 13th. So that was my first appointment with maternal fetal medicine. I've never done it before. I've never been there. So I'm hoping that goes well, and I hear, great news about the twins and that they're in good health. As far as my OB, I follow up with her the week after maternal fetal medicine. So that's it for now, guys. I'm just gonna, insert a little screenshot or whatever of my belly and how I'm looking at 4 months pregnant, which is totally ridiculous. Never been this big in my life. So it's pretty crazy, because the size that I am now, I was the same exact size when I was 7 months pregnant with my last baby. Crazy. I can't imagine how big I'm going to get this pregnancy. But as of right now, from when I found out at 12 weeks, I've only gained 2 pounds. So hopefully, not too much. So guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. If you have any questions you want to ask me, if I forgot anything, I'm sure I did, because it's my first time doing this. So don't forget to drop those questions below or comments, and I'll be sure to get back to you guys. Thank you. Bye.
This is only 4 months, guys. 4 months.